I'm Brett Larkin, and it's cold and flu season, so this is a short sequence that you can do if you're stuffy or congested or just not feeling that well or really stressed out. So to start, just come down onto your mat in child's pose. So have your knees about the width of the mat, or if it feels better, you can have your knees together and just drape your upper body on top. And place your forehead onto the mat. And just begin to notice and tune into your breath. So this, in this sequence, we're going to be moving from upside down to right side up in order to kind of loosen any congestion you might be feeling. So just begin to notice the center line of your spine. And as you inhale, imagine the left and right side of your body moving away from the spine, away from the midline. And on the exhale, just let your bones get heavier, sink into the mat. So inhale, left and right side, move away from the spine for 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Tapping into this expansiveness, the left and right side move away from the spine, and exhaling 3, 2, 1. Nice. Inhale, come on to all fours. Inhale, come into up cat. So feel your toes curl under, heart lifts. Shoulder blades roll back, and then exhale, down cat. Low back rounds, head heavy. Inhale, up cat. Heart lifts, toes curl under. Exhale, down cat. Nice. Inhale, up cat. Heart lifts, toes curl under, and then exhale, shift your hips up and back. Keep your knees really bent. Come into downward facing dog or down dog variation. Maybe pedaling through the left foot and the right foot. And then bending the knees once again, pressing through the index finger and thumb. Imagine your tailbone is hanging from a chandelier on the ceiling. Your spine is just really long. It's okay to be breathing in and out through the mouth through this sequence, especially if you're stuffy. Pedaling through the legs, maybe once again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Inhale, sit back on the heels. Maybe bring the pinky toes forward. So we're stretching the bottoms of the feet. And then inhale, interlace the fingers. Lift up. Deep breath in. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the low back. Exhale, and then inhale, puff up the chest. Nice, and then exhale. Release the feet, come back down into child's pose. So in child's pose, I have my middle fingers touching to keep any tension out of the shoulders. Inhale, breathing the left and right side of the body away from each other. Exhaling, bones of the body get even heavier. And if you notice yourself just judging your body for being sick or being frustrated with being sick, just try to detach from that frustration throughout this sequence. Inhale, come to up cat. Exhale, down cat. Inhale, heart lifts, up cat. Toes curl under, exhale, down cat. Lower back rounds, chin drops. Inhale, up cat. And then exhale, toes curl under. Find your down dog once again. Inhale, deep breath in, maybe pedaling through the feet. Or keeping the knees very bent. Exhale, just feeling your spine get longer. One more deep in-breath. Nice. Exhale, knees to the mat. Toes stays curled under. Exhale, seat to the heels. Bring those pinky toes forward. Exhale. And then inhale, palms flip up towards the sky. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the low back, puff up the chest. Take the opposite interlacing of the fingers this time. Nice, big inhale. Great, and this time just shift off to the left side. And we're gonna come into Sukhasana, just easy pose. So bring the heels underneath the knees. This left shin is in front of the right to begin. So you want your heels right under the knees. Inhale, hands on the knees. Feel this long line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Breathe in. Nice, and then breathe out. Just lean forward, or maybe walk the hands forward, or maybe elbows come to the ground. And just feel sensation in the hips. Great place if you have a block or if you have a pillow to rest your head. So resting our head is always nice, but especially nice when we're sick. So one of my teachers, Jason Crandell, really encourages that when you have a cold or have kind of this respiratory issue, to try to be like a snow globe, kind of being upright and upside down and trying to move the stagnation that way. Huge in-breath, feel the sits bones plugging into the earth. And exhale completely. Inhale. Nice, exhale. Use your hands, not your low back, to push yourself up. Nice, extend the feet. Shake out the legs a little and then just take right shin in front this time. Ankles under the knees. Hands on the knees. Inhale, tailbone to crown of head, breathe in. And then exhale, just walk forward. Maybe using the block, maybe using the pillow. Really nice to be pressing the forehead, the third eye, that space between the eyebrows into something solid, especially as you think of the hips really plugging in and rooting down. Inhale, imagine your low back can get wider as you breathe in. Exhale, bones get heavy. So the frustration when we're sick is something that we can attach onto. So something to remind yourself throughout this practice is that nothing lasts forever. So despite how frustrated or uncomfortable you may feel, or frustrated at the body's kind of limited capacity, instead try to just instill this sense of reverence for the body's ability to heal itself, and knowing that the way you feel right now is, like everything, very temporary. Nice, again, using the hands, press down to walk yourself back up. Nice. Shift forward into all fours once again. Inhale, up cat. Curl the toes under, exhale, down cat. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, come to a neutral spine now, so feel your spine parallel to the ceiling. Inhale. Left and right side of the body moves away from the spine. Exhale, just really gently bring your right foot forward. Nice, and then let the hips sink down. You're just in a subtle lunge. So hands are still on the floor. Nice, inhale here. Exhale, if you feel ready, press both palms into the knee. So you really want this connection of pressing down into the knee to kind of lift yourself up. Nice, and then inhale here. Exhale completely. And then you can stay here. Or if you're feeling strong, you can take cactus arms. Inhale, lean back slightly. Shoulders relax. And then feel your left and right knee energetically hugging towards one another, towards the midline. And then lift the low belly off the thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take the right hand to the floor, to a block, or just to your hip. And then just reach the left arm up and over for a nice side stretch. Nice. One more huge in-breath. Beautiful. And then frame the front foot. Listen carefully. You're going to take the back heel and move it so it's under your opposite seat. So your leg is just going to make this kind of swiveling motion so that the left heel comes under the left seat, and then you just sit down onto the heel. And then you're going to bring that front foot forward so the right heel is directly under the right knee. And if it's really uncomfortable to sit on the heel and you can't do it, you can come to the forward or back or stick a pillow between the two. But try to be, if you can, on the heel. And then inhale. Feel your tailbone drop, lower belly comes in. Inhale. And exhale, you're just going to fold forward. So here we're feeling a stretch in the right groin and a huge release in the low back. So I like to have my palms facing up towards the sky. And then let the head get really heavy. Breathe into the low back, exhale. Scan your body and see where you can release tension. So some of the frustration from being sick is this notion that we can't make ourselves better, but we can scan and release unnecessary tension. So when I was warming up for this sequence, I was finding I was holding unnecessary tension in my feet and my fingers. So scan all areas of the body, looking for where you might be able to find a little bit more ease. Nice, and then same thing. Press with the palms to gently roll up one vertebra at a time. And shift yourself forward and then onto the knees for all fours. Nice. Inhale, up cat. Toes curl under. Exhale, down cat. Again, it's okay to be breathing through the mouth here. Inhale. Draw the left foot forward this time. We're coming into that easy lunge. So take the hands on either side of the foot. And just let the hips sink down to begin. Hips are sinking down. Palms are on the mat. Exhale. And then inhale one by one. You can place the palms on the knee and really press onto the knee to lift yourself up. So it's almost like you want to imagine this circular energy from the back knee pressing down all the way coming up through the front leg and then pressing down into the palms up through the heart, sort of this spiral. See if you can tap into that. And then you can keep the hands right where they are, just sort of working on that. It's really grounding if you can feel that circle. And if you're feeling a little stronger, you can take the elbows out by the ears, cactus arms. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, softening. Low belly up and in. Inhale. Nice. Exhale, frame the front foot. Shift your hips back in space. This time the right heel is going to come under the right seat. So you're sitting back onto the right heel, and then bring the left foot back so it's directly under the knee. And so it's like you're making an L shape with the legs. And then once again, feel the tailbone get long and drop. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, fold forward. So now we're feeling the stretch in the left groin. And inhale, make your low back wider with your breath, with your inhale. Exhale, releasing unnecessary tension. So on the inhale, really seek for space where you can send your breath that you haven't sent it before. So we're looking for new space for breath on the inhale. And then completely let go of any unnecessary tension on the exhale. Maybe it's in the neck, maybe it's in the jaw, maybe it's in the tongue, maybe it's in the eyes. Find where you can soften. Let the chin drop, back of the neck is long. One more huge in-breath. Huge out-breath. Nice, and then press the hands into the mat. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Come back to all fours. Nice, inhale up cat, curl the toes under. Exhale down cat, round the back. Nice, inhale up cat, curl the toes under. Nice, and then exhale, Take it back, downward facing dog, head drops, pedal through the feet. Again, also fine to keep the knees extremely bent and just focus on length in the spine. Nice, inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot forward, and then you're going to turn the left toes out. So we're coming into a goddess pose or horse stance. So I have my fingers forward, and I'm really, again, same thing, pressing down into the knees to hold me here. And then I'm pressing down through the feet for that stability, and then I'm just kind of shifting left and right. So just shifting really subtly to the left and right. This is a challenge for the quads. Feel your tailbone long. See if you can almost move it towards the front of the room. So take any arch out of the low back. And then pause, find center. Turn the hands the opposite way, press down into the knees. Imagine you can literally lengthen the quads by doing this. Nice, and then reverse the hands again, see what feels good to you. And then inhale, long spine. Exhale, the left shoulder is going to dip down into the center, and then whatever hand grips works for you. You want to press into that left knee. Look behind you, feel the tailbone, low back, long, and come into this really luxurious twist. Again, almost violently pressing that left knee away from you. Nice. And then inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder drops. Press the right knee away from you. Look behind you, tailbone long. Lower back long, spine long. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Really just let yourself sink into this twist. Imagine someone's pulling your head and then pulling your seat. So you actually are lengthening the spine through the process of twisting. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder dips again. So initially it's about twisting. I like to imagine it's almost like a cork, and then the cork lengthens. So by pushing both the knees away, lifting the belly up and in, you really find length in the spine. Nice, and then inhale, bring the arms up, come to stand. Exhale, press the hands away and bring the toes so they point in and the heels so they point out. Nice, inhale, hands on the hips, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So your fingertips are going to line up with your toe tips traditionally. However, we're not going for our deepest version of the pose today. So just go wherever feels good. Maybe the hands need to be a little bit more forward of your face, kind of more like a really wide down dog. And once again, rocking kind of forward and back on the feet can be really helpful. Then press down through the heels and move your thigh bones back in space. So the quadriceps engage, the thighs really move back in space. Nice. And then lift the toes. Legs are super engaged. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. On your next inhale, take the hands to the hips, come into a flat back. Nice, and then inhale, coming up to stand. Beautiful. Take the right foot forward, and we're in a perfect spot, heel to arch alignment for triangle. So inhale, arms out to the side, then shift the hips back, reach forward, triangle pose. So again, if you have that block, so either hold the ankle and really press into the ankle, or use a block and really press into the block. And then firm the legs. Imagine that back thigh bone moving back in space, and then roll the shoulders away from the ears towards the hips. Huge in-breath. Huge out-breath. Such a simple pose, really nourishing at all times, especially if you're feeling a little beaten down. Nice, and then inhale, center. You're going to turn the right toes in this time and the left toes forward. And then shift the hips towards the front of the room. Reach towards the back of the room. Come find just your simple triangle second side. So again, pressing either into the shin or the ankle or a block. Back thigh bone moves back in space. And then roll the shoulders away from the ears. Look up. Triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, navel in, low back lengthens towards that back heel. Exhale. Nice. And then inhale. Come up to stand, turn the toes in. Hands on the hips, feel the low back lengthen, tailbone long. And then exhale, turn the front foot forward. We're just gonna step back, downward facing dog. Really nice. Let the head fall, wag the jaw from side to side. Nice, and then inhale, let the knees touch the ground. Exhale, sit back on the heels once again. Bring those pinky toes forward, exhale. Inhale, lift the palms. Exhale, hands clasped behind the low back. Take the opposite interlacing you did last time. Inhale, puff the chest. Nice, and then slide off to the right side this time. And we're gonna come into Upavishta Konasana. So great time to grab a pillow from the bed if you have one. Also great to use the block. So again, you don't need to come into the biggest Upavishta Konasana you ever have. Just find a place that works for you, hands on the knees. Just drop in, tailbone long, crown of the head lifting. Nice, and then you're gonna set up your props on the right side, on the outside of the right leg. So you can have a block. I have a pillow here for proof that you can do it that way. You might wanna fold it over. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rest the right elbow on the pillow or the block, and then rest the side of the head onto the hand. So it's just really comfortable. And then we're gonna let the left arm come up and over so we can just passively stretch that left side. So I'm not gonna use the pillow, but I wanted it as proof that you can use it. And then bend the elbows if you wanted to poke the ceiling. See if you can spin your collarbones towards the ceiling and then re-lengthen that arm. So if you have really good range of motion in the side body and this seems uninteresting to you, I would encourage you to bend the elbow, poke the ceiling, and then re-extend the arm. Meanwhile, the head is completely supported, elbow is completely supported. If your hands are wrapped around the back of the head, lengthen, use those fingers, literally you can touch the back of the neck, lengthen the back of the neck, dip the chin. And then just inhale, huge breaths into the left side body, exhale completely. So if we're lying down or coughing or spending a lot of time horizontal or in the fetal position, the side body just gets really tight. This is a really nice passive yin style way to restore. Nice, and then inhale, come back up to center. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Place the hands on the knees. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Take the block or the pillow or whatever you use to the second side. This time left elbow comes into the block or stack of pillows or whatever you have. Left side of the face comes into the hand. You're completely supported. Make sure that shoulder is on the back. The left shoulder is on the back. And then inhale, right arm up and over. Huge in-breath into the right side of the body. And then inhale, maybe poke the ceiling with the elbow. Rotate the collarbones towards the sky, keeping the head really relaxed. And then re-lengthen that arm. Again, using the hand to find length in the back of the neck. Inhale, space into the right side ribs, right side of the body. Inflate that space with your breath. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. In. X. Nice. Come back up to center, place the hands on the knees, inhale. Exhale. Nice. And then bring the feet towards the front of the mat. Take the soles of the feet to the ground. And then we're just going to roll down one vertebra at a time. Head is the last thing to touch the mat. Nice. And then bring the soles of the feet in so they can be, so the backs of the fingers can graze the heels. Nice. And then just hug the knees into the chest. Make tiny circles to the left. Really tiny. So again, this is just about massaging the low back. It's not about making big circles. And then take it the other direction to the right. Nice. Place the feet down. And then move the hips slightly to the right. And let the knees fall to the left. Take your arms out into cactus arms. So if you like to double wrap the legs, it's right leg over left. But again, we're just doing a simple twist. Inhaling, scanning the body for tension. Exhaling, let it go. Really nice place to exhale through the mouth. Scan the wrists, fingertips for tension. Inhale, bring it back up to center. Shift the hips to the left and let the knees drop to the right. Again, if you're double wrapping, it's going to be left over right. Otherwise, just let the knees fall to the side. Thankful for what the body can do. Having compassion for your immune system. And knowing that nothing is permanent. You won't feel this way forever. Nice, come back to center. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. Bring the knees back into the chest one more time. Make the spine long, maybe lifting the left, seat the right, as if you wanted to kind of walk your sit bones away from you. Nice, and then squeeze the knees into the chest really tight. And then exhale, left leg long, right leg long. Shavasana. Arms out to the side. Bringing those shoulder blades up, in, and underneath you. Otherwise, left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Just drop in. So this is a great place to stay and rest if you have the time. If you're moving on, just begin to wiggle the toes. Lift the hands up and over your head, wiggle the fingers, take a big cat stretch. Huge inhale, and then as you exhale, draw the knees into the chest, one knee at a time. And really give yourself a huge squeeze. Really drawing the knees into the chest, tight, 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 tight. Let it go, and then let the knees fall to the right. Left hand on the earth. Head in the right forearm. 2 breaths here. And then really gently press through the left palm. Come all the way up to a seat. Any comfortable seat. Hands on the knees. Inhale. Find that line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of head. Exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale, grow taller. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. And then inhale, bring your hands to touch in front of your chest. Dip your chin, feel the back of the neck long. Feel gratitude for your healing body. And from me recovering from a cold to you. Namaste.